Making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, Joe Harris is out there with Griffin. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the point. Bounce pass, Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Harris with it. He's picked up by Lopez. It's tipped. Stolen by Middleton. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the dunk by Giannis.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Harden with it. Passes it to Jordan. Outside Irving. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. They get it back. The kick out to Lopez. A 3 for DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Harris.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Harden outside, out left to the wing, to the paint. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Shot clock at 6. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Holiday dishes to Middleton. Stolen by Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Really good to see Harden get nasty on defense. He's got quick instincts and quick hands. And I like how he pilfers it on occasion.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
And Giannis gets it to go.
Superb initiative from Antetokounmpo. I mean, that may be something we overlook, but being able to take that initiative allows him to be a real menace when he's rolling to the rim after a pick.
Outside Griffin. Irving against DiVincenzo. A nice shot by Irving.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 2. Giannis outside. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Harden, that's good.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
Holiday finds Giannis. Misses from close range.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And that one, good. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, how about the concentration of Antetokounmpo. I mean, he expects to get hit when he's taking it strong to the rim and still is able to muscle his way through contact.
Pops it up for Jordan. Lopez with the steal. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
17 seconds left in the first. Here is Forbes.
Come get it, come get it.
Got a piece of it. Here's Middleton. And that does it for the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say earlier.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
They've got Kyrie Irving on out there with Green, and it's Claxton in at the center. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
KD's checked in for the Nets. Luwawu. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
T kicks to Portis. Back to T. Pass to Tucker. Over Green. Portis trying to free himself. And he can't bank that one in. Brooklyn leading by 7.
And that corner three, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes it, makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And, Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Teague against Dinwiddie. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo.
And the turnovers are what stand out. I know they're leading, but it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possessions.
Teague, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Portis. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
Pass to Durant. And that one clearly a foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
KD, that's for two. That shot off the mark. The Bucks go the other way with it.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
The offensive rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Tucker kicks to T. Back to Tucker. The Bucks working the ball around. Tucker tipped back in for two.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 44 seconds left here in the second.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
Griffin. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Jordan the pass to Harris. Now Irving. He's got 10. Right side, Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Irving doing a nice job there, being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
And here's Holiday. Stolen by Harden. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets lead by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 10 points. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better at handling the basketball? And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. Outside Holiday. A three for DiVincenzo. Rebounded by the Nets.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. Middleton finds Jordan for three. Harris. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Harris has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The pass to Middleton. Stolen by Harden. Passes it to Harris. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. That one doesn't go. Bucks trail by 10. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Holiday. Up again. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got 10.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first four here in the third.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Irving against DiVincenzo. Irving, good. He's got 12. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Milwaukee shoot their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Brown is checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here is Harden. He's got 7.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Brooklyn leading by 8. Knocked loose. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Holiday, the pass to Tucker. Lopez, right side. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. DiVincenzo against Irving. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. And Luwawu subbed in for Irving. DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Middleton. From outside the arc. Good on the triple. Middleton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Here's DiVincenzo.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Outside, KD. And stolen by DiVincenzo. For three, Middleton. The shot comes out, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Portis can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Dinwiddie against DiVincenzo. Pass to Claxton. Here's Dinwiddie. The pass to Durant. Over Middleton.
It's pretty clear that Middleton takes pride in his defense. If he can't block the shot, he's going to do everything he can to at least challenge it and disrupt the shooting.
And we've reached the end of the... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Harden out there with Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Green, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Portis can't get it to go.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
The kick out to Brown. The dish to Harden. Six to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nets lead by 10.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
4. And a miss there on the triple.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, if they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Portis throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Brown feeling out a bit. It's Jordan on the wing. From 12 feet out. The putback. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Bucks trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So it'll be Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting. Jeff Green picks one up. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Brown. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. The Bucks also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Pat Connaughton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. Durant down low. Lopez is there. Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Middleton can't get it to go. Nets leading by 5. Durant in the corner. Stolen by Middleton. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. Holiday, no one around him. And the Bucks miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one made. Now, here's Green, guarded closely. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Lopez passes to Giannis. Right side, Antetokounmpo.
What a special player Antetokounmpo is, sharing the sugar there. The vision he showed, nice job finding the open man.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Harden dishes to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Harden. Here's Jordan. He's good with the little jumper in close.
Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Passes to Giannis. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
Holiday against Harden. Over Holiday. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Buries the triple. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
Boy, it's just a fantastic effort they're getting from Drew Holiday right now.
Now Harden. Outside Durant. Yes!
Well, Durant knows the team looks to him for this. These kinds of moments, the intensity of the moment never rattles him.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. The lights of downtown reflecting. And as they...
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. So the next starting five. They've got Joe Harris. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the two-guard spot. And for Portland, Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at point guard. Now here's Irving. Harden scanning the floor. Lobs it up for Jordan. Harden finds Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. No good with the triple. Jordan against Powell. And the pass to Nurkic. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
On the wing, Jones, guarded by Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Powell. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The three from Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Now Lillard from past the arc. Griffin grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Irving. Gets a hand on it, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now, here's Lillard. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Lillard against Harris. Here's Harden on the wing. High arcing shot. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Lillard. From deep. Again the miss by Lillard. Harden against Powell. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and Harden is so quick to the cup, just exposing the weak defense with his speed.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to Powell. Now here's Jones. Lillard outside. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 now. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Now, here is Harden. There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. Tries it from 9. And McCollum with the block. Here's Anthony. Great D that time from Green.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. And he's good on the second. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. They double-team McCollum. Down low. Here's Cantor. It's tipped. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Green. And there's the pass to Luwawu. Inside. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And here's McCollum for 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets lead. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Green, and it's Luwawu in at the 2 spot. Now here's Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Durant, no good. It's Collins with the drive.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Here's Simons. Pass to Cantor. It's McCollum on the wing. Shoots over Dinwiddie. McCollum, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
There's Dinwiddie following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. The 3 from KD. And it's Portland with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. Here's Collins. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 6 on the shot clock. Here's KD. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, so funny. I remember with those scouts how bad they talked about him during his time in the NBA scouting and all that, saying he couldn't lift and coming out of college. And he's gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Look, he powers through for the bucket. He gets a chance to tack on another point at the line.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 5. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Luwawu is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Harris. Here's Collins. And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland again missing. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Now here's Dinwiddie. Outside, KD. There's the triple. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Durant's got 8 points.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Lillard outside. To the middle. Here's Covington. And contact on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Lillard missing.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
1:04 left to play here in the second quarter. KD looking around. Free throw line jump shot. Tries it again. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Jones. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Here's Lillard. He's got 5. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Jones against Harden. 16 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And now here comes Jones leading the break.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Portland, Derek Jones Jr.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. 9 seconds left to play here in the half. Harden with it. Gets it off. Oh, and he nails it just in time. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Damian Lillard out there with power. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Jones in at small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Now here's Harden. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Covington finds Jones. Powell down low. He's covered by Irving. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp. Lillard
against Irving. Now here's Lillard. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 3. Here's Powell.
And Harden showing great strides of improvement on D. Really doing his best to bother shooters.
That one falls. And the Nets lead by 4.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. Pass to Powell. Feeds it to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Irving against Lillard. Nobody near Nurkic. Almost, but it rolls out.
Now that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Steps back and fires. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Nurkic finds Lillard. Over Irving. They get it back. Nurkic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Now Harden. He has 7. You know, winning that championship as you did great for UNLV. Many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Now Irving. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. He gets it in there. And now it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
Torch from mid-range. I mean, that's almost unmatched. I mean, Irving is dead-eye from that range.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Lillard's got 14 points.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. .102 left in the third quarter. Anthony up on top. McCollum outside. 6 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. Cantor's shot is off.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
A nice shot by Katie.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Now here's Anthony. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Trailblazers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Luau Cabarro is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. .24 seconds left in the third. McCollum outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Durant in the corner. And then Durant with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And so it's Brooklyn with... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in at the 2. Now here's Harden. "16 feet away. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Simons, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
And the first one drops.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Norman Powell, and McCollum subbed in for Lillard. Dinwiddie passes to Luwawu. Knocked away. Stolen by McCollum. Anthony down low. He's against Green. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Anthony. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
McCollum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. Out to the right wing. Collins finds McCollum. But they get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Here's Simons. And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Timeout called. The Nets. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Thanks, David. Here is Harden after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Jordan kicks to Irving. Let's keep it alive to the right side. Outside, KD. Shot clock at 6. They grab their own miss. They shoot again, and that'll be 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Griffin. And that's 11 points for James Harden.
Oh, man, there's no denying that Harden nails these shots all the time. Love how he just takes over these possessions.
Lillard outside to the inside. Out to Anthony. Here's the three. Drains the three-pointer. Anthony's got 9 points in the quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be these days. You need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Now here's Harden. Goes up on the block. Takes the three. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. And here's Harden. And 1:01 left in the 4th quarter. Jordan trying to free himself up. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Pass to McCollum. Cantor against Jordan. Cantor dishes to Lillard. Anthony tried to get open. And it's Lillard missing. Irving passes to Harden. Misses the layup.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Awful display for him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Collins. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Lillard from deep three-point range. You can't get that one to fall. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're behind by 1. 1 second left in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got 1 shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Robert Covington out there with Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the 2. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. His three-pointers off the mark. Powell against DiVincenzo. Kicks it out to Lillard for the 3. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Comes up empty down low. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And the dunk by Covington.
You know, in addition to being a fantastic shooter, Covington is also an incredible athlete. Somebody who looks to drop the hammer when he's free near the hoop.
Now here is Holiday. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Giannis inside. Covington's there. Up again. No good. Not a friendly rim at all. This trip down.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Powell. He kicks it to Lillard. They get it again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here is Holiday. Lobbed up there for Lopez.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
It's Powell on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. 11 feet away. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Jones.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Now here's Lopez. Giannis left side. Good D by Covington. Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
The Bucks making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Now here's Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Nurkic finds Lillard.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Lillard against Holiday. 1:49 left here in the first quarter. And the basket by Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
It's hauled in by Giannis.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Anthony. Inside. Deflects the pass. Simons the pass to Powell. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That one's off. Still out of sync. Bucks leading by 4. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Portis kicks to Connaughton. Here's Giannis. And good that time. Giannis has got 7.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Simons. Down low, Anthony. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Bucks on top, up by 4. And we'll get going.
Venom.
When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. And before the game,
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a big game.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Portis. The shot that time, not on target. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. It's McCollum with the drive. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Milwaukee in the lead. DiVincenzo passes to Forbes. Over in the corner, Portis. The rebound by Simons. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Cullen passes to Anthony. Here's Tucker. Back to Connaughton. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
There's Portis. Milwaukee the rebound. A nice shot by Tucker.
P.J. Tucker always active on the boards and doesn't give the defense a chance to box him out.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Beyond the arc. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now the pass to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Simons has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. DiVincenzo kicks to Forbes. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. It's good. And the Bucks lead by 2. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
DiVincenzo passes to Portis. And Tucker kicks to DiVincenzo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Launches a three. They get the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Forbes. Back to Connaughton. And that one hits back iron.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter. And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Portis against Cantor. Portis in the post. That one misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way. DiVincenzo against McCollum. Outside Collins. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Collins has got his first 2 points.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Portis. The three. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Trailblazers lead by 2.
Hey, Kev.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They did not want to go into halftime. And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Yusuf Nurkic, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the 1 spot. Giannis inside. Defended by Covington. And Antetokounmpo makes it off the glass. Giannis has got 9 points.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on his shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block it.
To the paint. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Nurkic. Covington's got the lead back up to 4 now for Portland. Bounce pass on Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lopez. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Holiday up top, covered by Lillard. Here's Lopez, and the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Powell, the pass to Lillard, over Lopez, and it's sent back by Lopez. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Powell kicks to Jones. Passes to Lillard.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
The drive by Giannis. The wide open look here for Lopez. Giannis kicks to Lopez. Trailblazers leading by 6. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Nurkic kicks it out to Covington. Back to Nurkic. That one's not going to go. Good D by Lopez. Middleton against Jones. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Lillard against Holiday. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in. Lopez has got 6.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lillard way outside from beyond the arc and then some. 7 points in the game.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Holiday finds Giannis. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. For the basket, it's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. Lillard with it. 7 points in the game. From deep. Again, the miss by Lillard. Bucks trail by 3. And Holiday throws it down.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Outside, Jones. He feeds it to Nurkic. Covington wide open. He fires. That one wide left. Bucks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Outside Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Portland again missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force.
I be rocking this shit.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Here's Teague. Antetokounmpo out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Cantor, excellent with that read.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Teague, the pass to Portis. Kicked away. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting from the field 44%, not bad. Tucker, great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 2.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. It's McCollum on the wing. Portland no good that time either. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Here's Connaughton. Banked in off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. Antetokounmpo finds Tucker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, hard to corral the energy that P.J. Tucker plays with. And he gets in there and mixes it up, and he'll go to the line.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. Both free throws good from Tucker. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Now Lillard from downtown, hands it from downtown.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Bucks leading by 3. Now here's Teague. Bounce pass Antetokounmpo. Here's Tucker. The kick out to Teague. Left side Portis. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Cantor. And the Bucks miss again.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
Outside Holiday. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Lillard. McCollum kicks to Collins. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Collins passes to Anthony. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Hit the tip. And Antetokounmpo on McCollum. Giannis has got 19 points.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
Back to McCollum. Collins against Middleton. McCollum outside. Misses off the right eye. Milwaukee in the lead. Stolen by McCollum. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo. I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Collins. And it's Powell in for McCollum.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Outside Holiday.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Lillard against Giannis. Taken away by Holiday. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Throws up. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Lillard. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Middleton dishes to Holiday. And there's the call on Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
And so the Bucks take the win. It was, David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be... Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest present. So the next starting five. Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. Now here's DiVincenzo, covered by Irving. A 3-ball. The rebound by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris has got the ball, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision-making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one. Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Outside Irving. Four on the clock. Can't get the putback. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And here's Holiday. There's the pass to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Irving. And it's in there.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
The Bucks making a switch here. Forbes checked in. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Antetokounmpo. The putback. Giannis on the follow.
That reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
Harden surveying the D. Jordan, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
Here is Forbes. There's the three. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Oh, Griffin in position. DiVincenzo with it. Picked up by Harris. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And the basket by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Griffin.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
It's stolen by Harris. This is to Irving. The shake and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. A shot block by Giannis.
Harris's shot is good.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Now Giannis. 6 points for him. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. So for the Nets. Now here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Back to Dinwiddie. Takes a three. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Nets lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say.
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus on the game and let my, play and my energy and my effort.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague, and it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Drew Holiday's checked in for the Bucks. And then for Brooklyn, Kevin Durant's checked in for Harris. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Brown. Holiday, the pass to Portis. Holiday against Dinwiddie. Holiday gets the bucket.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside, KD. The feed to Green. Pass to Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 5. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Greg, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Right side, Kevin Durant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Bucks trail. Outside Holiday. Shoots over Dinwiddie. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And the Bucks making a change here. Forbes checked in. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. James Harden comes in for Kevin Durant. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Here's Connaughton. Lock at 6. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Irving. Connaughton. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on their second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. From deep, Harden sinks the triple. Harden's got 5 points so far.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for James Harden. And Luwawu subbed in for Irving. Portis can't get it to go. Nets leading by 4. Here's Luwawu. Tips it. And Green is right there. Green's got his first points in this one.
His positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Connaughton passes to Portis. Shot from the wing. And again, the Bucks miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Durant dishes to Green. And that one is good.
Well, the ball hitting his hands and then the ball hitting the back of the net as KD throws another one in.
1:02 left in the first half. Teague deciding where to go with it. He lobs it up. Stolen by Durant. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Claxton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Nets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Teague against Dinwiddie. And Teague, here we go. Passes it to Portis. It's stolen by Green. Here's KD. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Here's Portis. And that one goes long. KD on the wing. Money from the wing. Durant's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
Oh, that is automatic. Durant, one of the better mid-range shooters in the game.
really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Nets ending the second quarter on a 12-4 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted his share of critics. They say he flops or travels or that he dominates the ball. And that'll do it for us. The third.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Bucks trail by 9. DiVincenzo with it. Guarded now by Irving. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pushing it up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Holiday.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
We're on the clock. Pulls up, high post, kept alive, goes back up. Here's Jordan, the kick out to Irving. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
The pass to Middleton. Lopez outside. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lopez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Harden. Pops it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
Harden against Holiday. Pass to Giannis. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Nets leading by 9. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And he comes up with the deuce. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court. Leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
And to the Kumbo inside. Griffin on him. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And Lopez throws it down.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Harden against Holiday. Harden outside. From deep three-point range, the shot no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Here's Holiday. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one. 1:07 left to play in the third. Harden against Holiday. From deep. Harden's shot is off.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. From 11 feet away. Lopez, no luck.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Griffin is physical right there, bumping in and picking up a personal.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Joe Harris. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Outside Teague. Here's the lob to the hoop.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we'll be right back after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here we go, one-on-one. The putback, and Green is right there. And the Nets lead by 9.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Dinwiddie. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Over Durant. Middleton can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 11. Unloads. KD can't get it to go.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
DiVincenzo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. No good on the free throw. And the Bucks making a change here.
DiVincenzo taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Outside, KD. Just 4 to shoot. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Love it. KD firing away right now. Has the confidence and the touch and buries those triples. Sometimes it comes in bunches.
Tucker with the ball. Working on Green. Tucker can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 13. Here's the pass to Claxton. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. Fade away. Off the left rim and out. And it's the Bucks on the break. Portis, the pass to Nora. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
The Nets making a switch here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Brownie's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's Harden in for Dinwiddie. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. Harden with it. That's tipped. Harden draws the double. It's thrown bound to Kumbo. Irving with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
Well, great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands can be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And the shot goes down.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Harden against Holiday. Harden dishes to Irving. Kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Again, the miss by Harden. Bucks trail by 11. Pass to Nora. The dish to Giannis. Outside Holiday. That 3 off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Brooklyn.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Yep, it counts.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
And here's Harden. Fires for 3. He can't get it to go. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David. Out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Nets, they've got Kyrie Irving. Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the center. Outside Griffin. From the arc. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And see what the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesians to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
The deep three from Harden. And Jones pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Irving surveying the floor. Out to Harris. Three-pointer. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Powell against Irving. And a deep three from Lillard. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Here's Harden.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Brooklyn shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
He's always a league leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden, he's so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor.
Inside, Lillard with the bucket. He's got 7.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. Averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
The Nets making a switch here. Rollins checked in. And the pass to Nurkic. Here's Powell. To the inside. Jones finds Nurkic. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Nets trail by 8. Here's Harris. Good.
This is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Passes to Powell. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. Nurkic, the pass to Jones. Lets it go. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Harden gets the bucket.
This is what great size in the backcourt gives you. The ability to equally challenge the defense on all 3 levels. Harden is incredible.
Powell dishes to Lillard. Oh, Covington in position.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprise, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Lillard against Harden. Down low, Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard, puts up a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Oh, and there's only so much you can do against Griffin when he's driving. He's determined to score.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard dishes to Powell. Pass to Jones. Lillard outside. Back to Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Harden the pass to Jordan. From deep 3-point range. Doesn't go that time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by...
Venom.
Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard...
When I'm training in summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Green is out there with Durant, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Claxton in at the 5. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Simons. Back to McCollum. Outside Collins. Now here's McCollum. Over Irving. McCollum no good. One-on-one here. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Durant.
I mean, this guy is almost 7 feet. Durant runs the floor beautifully, knowing where to be at all times in transition.
Here's Simons. Dinwiddie covering. Cantor kicks to Anthony. Over Green. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's KD. Off on the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Anthony can't hit. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Dinwiddie outside. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's McCollum. Shoots the three. Drills the three-pointer. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every three McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
Green in the post. Covered by Anthony. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Green. Simons, the pass to Anthony. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The shot's good from Cantor. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Brown, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 3-point lead. Powell against KD. Now, Nurkic. The dish now to Lillard. Shoots. Offensive rebound. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his second bucket.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Dinwiddie with it. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. The three from KD. Lillard with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Covington. Kicks it to Powell. Pass to Nurkic. Three-pointer. Outside Anthony. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Green against Anthony. Second chance shot. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Here's Durant. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrated that he could be an anchor on the defense.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
Man, how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Timeout called, the Nets. So it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each Portland was looking great right away. An exceptional game plan helped them open. And
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Derek Jones. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the point.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yes, yeah, he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there. Yes.
Powell dishes to Covington. Lillard way outside. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. Harden surveying the D. About 1 minute played here in the second half. 6 to shoot. Irving against Jones. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Love how Irving mixes it up. Outside, inside. He's effective at playing to his strengths.
And here is Powell.
Out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's Harden. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Harden's got 6 points.
Oh, just spectacular in the open floor. When Harden's coming downhill, you're at his mercy.
Lillard finds Powell. Here's Nurkic. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Harden has a wide open look, and he hits it to tie the game up. He's got 9.
They've been very sharp to start the half. A perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Powell kicks to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. It's deflected. Powell with the steal. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Now here's Harden. 9 points in the game so far. For the lead, they get the rebound.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
Lillard looking around. The pass to Jones. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Griffin. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Griffin's got his 2nd basket of the game.
You got to do more than that to stop Griffin. I mean, he's using his brute strength to capitalize through contact.
3-pointer, Lillard. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got 4 rebounds in this game. 9 feet out. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Lillard on top. He's got 11. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Over Harden. And it's Lillard missing.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
2 free throws come, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
McCollum against Brown. McCollum passes to Simons. And that time, also a missed shot.
Nice contest by Cantor that time. It's a portion of his game he's improved on. Effort on D.
The third quarter. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Here's Dinwiddie. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Harris. Then there's Brown. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
KD's checked in for Brooklyn. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Anthony, and staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Dinwiddie, left side. Outside Durant. The kick out to Brown. 5 on the clock. No good on the 3. Trailblazers trail by 4. And a wide open look for McCollum, and the 3 ball is good.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Now Dinwiddie dishes it to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Here's Simons. McCollum outside. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And now the fast break. Durant with... Oh, that was something else.
The phenomenal athleticism from Durant. Man, he's just a tenacious dunker who spikes it in.
Here's Simons. Dinwiddie covering. Simons surveying the D. And it's McCollum in the corner. Here's Cantor. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Dinwiddie passes to KD. From deep. Rebound by Anthony. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. Here's McCollum. Buried from 15 feet out. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, KD. Over Collins. And again, it's the Nets missing. Trailblazers trail by 3. And he banks in the layup.
Upping his intensity in these moments is clear. Collins loves taking important shots.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They lead by 1. 1:32 left to play here in the fourth. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And James Harden has subbed in for Dinwiddie. Harden against Lillard. Passes it to McCollum. Over Irving. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Harden against Lillard. Harden lets up. Jordan trying to free himself up, and he gets it back. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. McCollum, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Lillard attacking. Count it!
And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, KD. Missed.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Kevin Durant. Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that ties the game up.
I mean, think about the one. He's such a unique player. He uses his length. That's my man, Stretch Armstrong. He's basically a 7-foot guard. Now, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 1. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
Yeah, down by 1. You'd expect them to go for 2 here unless they get something wide open on the perimeter.
Lillard outside. And time expires. Fantastic defensive play. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, they've got Derek Jones. Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Powell finds Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. DiVincenzo against Lillard. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Covington, I love when he's in attack mode like this because it forces the defense's hand, literally.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And both free throws good for Covington. Bucks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Holiday looking for an opening. Giannis high post. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. A miss that time would have put him up. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Jones. Passes it to Powell. For 3. Lillard finds Powell. And stolen by DiVincenzo. For the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Lillard outside. Back to Powell. Lets it fly from 18. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And it's good for 2.
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, it tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
Powell, the pass to Covington. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Jones. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Fires the three. Collins grabs the miss.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And Lillard kicks the foul. Back to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Over onto the Kumbo. Lillard misses.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that. Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
It's all tied in Portland. And the second quarter will get underway just after this. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Teague. And it's Nora in at the small forward. Teague left side. Portis the pass to Nora. Tucker with the ball. Covington's there. Tucker can't get it to go.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And there's Collins on the assist by McCollum.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
And here is Teague. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Nora. Teague. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Outside Teague. The shot from the low post is good.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Simons surveying the D. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And that one, good.
And great ball movement from CJ. That's the unselfish play you want from your guards.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Teague for 3. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. Left side Collins. On the left block, nifty move. And he sinks the layup. Collins has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by McCollum. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And the dunk by Covington.
And check out how high Covington gets with these alley-oops. My goodness. Taking off like he's been launched by a rocket booster.
Pass to Portis. To the paint. Stolen by Cantor. And here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Right side Teague. Up top Portis. Here's Nora. From outside off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the basket by McCollum.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Bucks trail by 14. Teague with the ball. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I tell you what, Teague is superb at knocking down shots, even when he's getting hit. I mean, he finds a way to muscle him up and in.
Here's Lillard. Powell for 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Jack, how does... And that does it for our half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Portland leading by 11. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 4 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And foul on the... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Middleton outside. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Great positioning on the putback.
Hey, offensive rebounding, positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Lillard, the pass to Jones. From 18 feet away, back to Nurkic. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard fires away from way outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And you know, Lopez is very much a real threat to drop one in from that range. I mean, he's an excellent shooter for his size.
And there's the pass to Pop. Back to Lillard. Pass to Pop. And Lillard kicks to Jones. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Moving it up. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I'll tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Nurkic finds Powell. Back to Nurkic. Passes to Powell. On the wing, Jones. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Bucks also with the sub. Forbes checked in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nurkic, the pass to Anthony. Portland no good that time either. Bucks trail by 10. For 3, Middleton. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Jones is running. The teardrop falls in. Jones has got 5 points in the quarter.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Middleton looking it over. The tray connects from 3-point range. Middleton's got it back down to single digits for the Bucks.
Well, there's a good reason this guy shoots as many threes as he does. Chris Middleton is a knockdown 3-point shooter.
Lillard outside. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now. On their...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Cloak loose. And he makes good on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 9.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Feeds it to Nurkic. And they're moving it up. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo over Jones. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Antetokounmpo.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Middleton right side over Jones. And the shot is long.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And, guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Here's Forbes. Misses the deep three-point attempt. The shot misses. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Trailblazers up 8. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Bucks trail by 8. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. We've got Bobby Portis. E.J. Tucker is out there with Teague, and it's Forbes in at the 2. Mora can't get it to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Collins. McCollum right side. Second shot opportunity, and the layup good by Collins.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Tucker bounce pass. Here's Connaughton, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bucks trail by 8. Holiday goes in, and Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Outside Collins. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. And he gets the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Outside Holiday. Tipped away. Pass to Connaughton. Now Portis. Excellent D from Cancer.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Fast break, Milwaukee. And a wide open look for Portis. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Simons, who's got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers, have led by as many as 14 points. Anthony kicks to Collins. Anthony with it, picked up by Portis. Got a hand on it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis for the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
It's off his leg, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Now here's Jones. Kicks to Covington. Clock at 4. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. DiVincenzo. Portland grabs the miss. Jones drives in. Covington passes to McCollum. 54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. But they'll get another chance. Antetokounmpo against Lillard from deep three-point range. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Drew Holiday is checked in for T. Giannis on the follow.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jones finds Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
DiVincenzo against Powell. For 3, Middleton. Unable to get that one. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.